Hi, and welcome to today's League of Legends Roundup, where we cover the games that took place in the four major regions. Obviously, only LPL and LCK for Wednesdays. We're going to go over a little bit of news first. Stars of the day, the best players in each role in each region, and sneak peek at tomorrow's games. If you want to predict the winners for tomorrow's games, the Discord link will be in the description. If you're new to the channel, thank you. I gained a few subscribers yesterday. Forsland, a longtime subscriber, shared my video yesterday of who's going to Worlds on Reddit, and it's gotten a few hundred views, several hundred views actually. Quite a few comments, and the comments on YouTube have been decent. Actually, for the most part, they've actually been pretty solid. Criticism is kind of irrelevant. I mean, is a good thing. It's no, no issue with me. I will, at the end of this video, address one Reddit comment. Well, I mean, comment would be putting it lightly. A, essay of sorts. But, we'll do that at the end, so if you want to stick around to the end, so be it. So, news. Team Week calls up Demon for top lane. The assumption would be that he's going to replace Bubu. 3 KDA, 775 CS per minute, not good enough. If you're not going over 8, at least in an academy level, how are you expected to win lane in the top level? But nevertheless, 66.5 KP, which is very high for a top laner, very team fight oriented. 22.3 kill share, 22.3 gold share, so those match. However, I do not like the fact that the guy isn't farming that much, so he's getting all these kills, which offsets the farming issue, but you'd like that you'd be getting a lead in lane without having to team fight. So success, I mean, if you're good at team fighting, you're good at team fighting, but I'd prefer a guy that's good at lane over a great team fighter. So 7 champions in 19 games. Bubu 158 KDA. Obviously there is no, I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't think Bubu is all that great. He's had a good game, good series a couple weeks ago, but otherwise he's been pretty lackluster. And I said it in the offseason that I thought Team We needed to address topside, and I mean they are doing it, but I think they needed to go outside of the org. 816 CS per minute, which is solid. 59.7 KP, 19.9 kill share, 21.8 gold share, 5 champions in 22 games. Bubu leaves a lot to be desired. It's as simple as that. So if they want to swap him with Demon, so be it. So far, only top lane has not been touched. So I guess they're thinking, oh, well, we might as well touch top lane too. Team We, real disaster zone. For the games today, Top took care of Rare Adam 2-0. Top now 10-1. Rare Adam 2-8. Jackie Love 111, 1-12 for Star of the Day. Actually, all the stars of the day in the LPL except mid were on top. Wayward 7-1-13. Oh, and Jackie Love at 35% of the team's damage. I believe 900 damage per minute. Cube 4-4-6 with 28% of Rare Adam's damage. BLG versus RNG. RNG made quick work of BLG 2-0. RNG now 7-2. That was smudged. It should have said 6-2. Now it is 7-2. Jahu 6-2, and I smudged it. Damn it. Wow. I didn't realize this until right now. Well, if you're new to the channel, I don't edit my content because I feel like I should be authentic and straight up and not edit my takes. I'm doing a real shit job with making sure that I didn't do what I did. I think he went like 6-2 and maybe like 21. He led the team with 37% of the team's damage. Gala 15-1-7. Rise 6-5-4 for BLG. In the LCK, Fred Brian and DRX. DRX end up winning 2-1. DRX now 6-5. Zika 11-3-24 with 34% of the team's damage. Pioshik 2-0-12 in Game 3. Juhan played Game 1 and Game 2. Pioshik comes in for Game 3 and wins the game. He is the star jungler for the LCK. Morgan for Fred Brian played a great series despite losing, going 9-4-12 with a 26% of the team's damage, being the star top laner of the day. Damwon ended up taking care of Nongshim after a very, very long pause in Game 2 that caused a complete remake where Damwon had like a 6K or 7K gold lead pre-20 minutes. Showmaker 12-0-7 in this series as he extends his deathless streak. Duck Dom 7-1-10, 28% of the team's damage, leading the way. BDD had the most damage for Nongshim, going 0-3-3 with 33% of the damage. As far as stars of the day are concerned, like I said, Pioshik, Morgan, Showmaker, Duck Dom, and Kellen. Also, obviously, I mentioned Duck Dom, but Kellen also played well in the support role. Sneak peek for tomorrow, FPX and Anyone's Legend, definitely our matchup of the day. Looking at this, yep, both teams in my top 25 of my power rankings. Later today, my minor region power rankings come out, the top 10 teams in the minor regions. We give a quick little update on who the top 10 teams are. Tomorrow, as it relates to power rankings, my big top 25 come out. So, FPX 24th, Anyone's Legend 7th. FPX coming off of a 2-1 loss to OMG. Anyone's Legend coming off of a 2-0 win against Team Wii. FPX won 2-0 in Week 2, Day 1. Hung went 2-3-16. The only players from that series that are still starting for their team for FPX are the bot laners, LWX and Hung. Jalahu out, Summit's in. Beshwan's now TT, so Klid's starting, and Gori now plays in the PCS, and Care starts. So, Care and Forge are definitely the players to watch. Forge is the make or break for Anyone's Legend this split. This meta has really fit him quite well, and he's taken Anyone's Legend to new heights. Care has been getting better as the split went along. I liked him in spring. I thought FPX had the potential to be a surprise dark horse in summer, kind of like Anyone's Legend has performed, actually. But FPX really struggled early on with Jalo, who brought in Summit, really improved tremendously, and then lost last week. So we'll see how they respond. EDG versus LGD. EDG 9th, LGD 1-7. I did not write down who is the matchup to watch, but we'll get into that in a second. So, EDG lost to top 2-1. LGD lost to up 2-1. Week 7, Day 3 of spring was the last time they played. EDG going 2-0. JJ 8-2 and 33 in that matchup. 33 assists is damn near incredible, but 8-2 and 33. A big active series out of JJ. Now the thing is with LGD, who is it going to start? Who's going to start in top lane? I mean, LPL Fan Club, I checked probably like 20 minutes ago. They didn't have the roster yet. So is it Fearness, Chelsea? Is it I'm going to say Kui or Shadow, Hai Chow or Yag? Is it going to be, Assam and Jin Zhao are going to start in bot, so I guess it's Assam versus Viper or Jin Zhao versus Mako, as far, as that's concerned. I think Hai Chow has performed really well as of late. Assam's played well for weeks now, so we'll see if the carries can put up a fight against EDG, as EDG try and, get wins where they should, and try and mount some momentum going into playoffs. LCK, T1 5th in the power rankings, 9-1. Guangdong 4-6. T1 beat DRX 2-0. KT beat KDF 2-0. Week 3, Day 1 was the last time they played in summer. Guangdong giving T1 their only loss 2-1. I remember that series because Guangdong did some really different drafts and T1 were not ready for it. There was Ornn mid. That was the beginning of Seraphine bot, Ashe support, and stuff like that. Teddy went 6-2 and 29 in that series. I am watching Zayas versus Keen. I'm pretty sure I picked this matchup out before. But I think it comes down to the top laners. Can Zayas carry? Can Keen carry? Keen has played pretty poorly as of late, and he needs to turn it around, and no better way than to turn it around against another elite top laner. HLE versus KT, like I said, KT beat Guangdong 2-0. HLE lost to Sandbox 2-0 as well. Week 3, Day 5, KT won 2-0. Rascal went 11-1 and 14 in that earlier summer matchup. Chioni versus Vic. It's not Chioni versus Vikla. Why did I write Chioni? Damn it. It's Vikla versus Karas. Karas is kind of, Closer's taking that next step this split with LCSB, and Karas has not done that for HLE. Obviously, HLE is not as good as Sandbox, but nevertheless, you would hope that he'd pick it up. Karas has been kind of he dies a lot. They're swapped out Chioni for Samdi, but maybe you are looking at a situation where you may have to swap out Karras for a series, give him a break, have him watch from the sidelines a bit, because, I mean, HLE are falling apart. Their season's over. I mean, I'm an advocate for playing young players when there's nothing on the line, get them experience and things like that on stage, but, I mean, if the guy keeps dying, he needs to be reminded, hey, you got to stop dying all the damn time. So, I mean, we'll see how that goes, if KT's just going to get a free win or if HLE are going to put up a fight. Later today, like I said, my minor region power rankings are going to come out, but we're going to get into this comment for a second. I'm just going to try and pick out some points. I'm doing this off the cuff here. I don't even have it written down or nothing. So, obviously, you know, a lot of people from Reddit, my videos haven't been on Reddit because I can't self-promote, and that's why I really appreciate Forza posting it on there. You must think that the video was good enough to be on there, which, like I said, I appreciate. So, you know, a lot of people are watching videos that don't know anything about me. So, just to address a few things. One, I do watch 90 to 95% of these damn games. So, to say that I don't, I mean, you don't know me, so whatever. I mean, RNG takes fine. Everyone can have different opinions. Am I afraid of G2 and TL fans? Absolutely fucking not. Because you haven't watched my content, you wouldn't know that throughout MSI I was extremely critical of G2 to the point where their fans were pissed off at me all MSI long. So, I'm still critical of them. Now, I will say there's some constructive criticism in the comment for sure. Like, the first wrap the rip, you know, this felt like going over standings. And there wasn't a lot of information. That is criticism I can take. Like, that's criticism that's like, oh, well, you know what, you're right. Maybe I should have worded things differently, you know, gave a little bit more insight. But the way my channel is, because, you know, current standings, like, I have the teams listed alphabetical order. If you actually paid attention to I did the video, I did them all alphabetical order. So it wasn't off the standings. And, I mean, anyone's legend is above Weibo in the standings, and Excel is above Vitality in the standings, and G2 for that matter. So, you know, going off of name recognition versus going off of standings, like, I can't do both. That's a thing. FlyQuest being out when C9 I had above them, that's a thing. You know, stuff like that. Like, so that video, you know, is off the cuff. All my content is off the cuff when it comes to stuff like that. That's the brand I'm trying to create, is one where it is unedited and we are going with the flow, like a conversation like I am right now having back with this individual pretty much. But anybody that's new to the channel as well, so they get a vibe on what I'm trying to provide here. What else was there in that comment? Do I take regional No, I don't really watch it. I used to watch people, but I really don't have the time anymore. If I can, I'll watch like coach streams of former players, but that hasn't happened in a long time. I mean, there's no disrespect to them, it just hasn't happened in a long time. Trying to watch 2 different games at once with the LCK and LPL going on, you know, you don't really watch anybody. I would say that I probably don't watch enough LCS anymore. But, and then it was like, you know, another thing, that video in the intro, which a lot of people probably skip the intro, that's the danger with chapters. People don't necessarily listen to the intro. So if you listen to the intro, you would see, well, not even see, but hear me say that these are the teams that I have going to Worlds at the moment. And these teams in the maybe are teams that I feel like can get into that category. I think is pretty much what I said. Could be wrong, but I thought I rewatched it and that's what I had said. I didn't rewatch it before I put it up. I rewatched it this morning to make sure. I think I said that. So when I said teams are going to Worlds, it's not like locks. This person insinuated that I said locks. I said no. I mean, what I said was at the moment these are the teams I would pick going to Worlds. And it's like, oh well, if they're in the standings in here, how are they going to Worlds? This and that. It's like, I believe that these teams are going to be the teams in 3 months going to Worlds, but these teams and maybe can push their way into that category and knock somebody out to get there. I mean, with the LCK, you're right. Maybe it was confusing, saying Damwon should get in there and DRX, Sandbox, and KT should not. I mean, it's easy to say in hindsight a day later, well, DRX were losing to Fred Brion in game one, so, they're falling off the, wagon here, and there's no way they should be. And maybe, like, where was your comment yesterday? Um, but that's kind of just like things that are off the cuff here that that stuck out to me. There's probably stuff I'm missing because that thing was long. But like I said about the criticism about the video and the style in which I did it, and it felt like standings, that is criticism that I like. I like criticism. I love talking about League. I could care less if you agree or disagree with me as long as you put out your point. And he did, so, or they did, sorry. So, just answering some, thoughts about me, questioning what I'm doing here. Um, so, thank you for watching this video. If you stuck through to the end, if you like it, subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. I upload multiple times a day, more often than not. I believe Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are the days I don't upload daily. I mean, no, not daily. I mean, multiple videos. Tuesdays sometimes, like yesterday with the Who's Going to Worlds video. Sometimes I'll stick patch breakdown videos on Tuesdays, but otherwise, yeah. So thank you for watching, and I hope you come back later today for my minor region power rankings.